Right now, inside your body, cancer is forming. Not might be forming, is forming. Every single person watching this video has microscopic cancers growing inside them at this very moment. That's not a scare tactic. That's established science. When researchers perform autopsies on people who died in car accidents, people with zero cancer symptoms, zero diagnosis, they find microscopic cancer clusters in virtually every body they examine. 30% of women in their 40s already have microscopic breast cancer. 50% of men in their 50s already have microscopic prostate cancer. 70% of people over 70 have microscopic thyroid cancer. So why aren't they all dying from it? Because their bodies are winning the fight. The real question isn't whether you have cancer forming inside you. The question is whether your body is strong enough to keep it from ever becoming dangerous. Or and whether you're feeding those defenses or slowly starving them. Stay with me. In the next 10 minutes, I'm giving you 5 specific foods with exact clinical doses from real human studies that science has proven activate those defenses at the cellular level. I'm Dr. Conrad, emergency physician and cancer researcher, 28 years in medicine, and what I'm about to share changed how I eat and how I counsel every patient I see. Before the foods, you need to understand what we're protecting. Because once you see how this works, you'll never eat the same way again. Your body has 3 defense systems keeping those microscopic cancers from ever becoming dangerous. Defense System 1, immune surveillance. You have cells called natural killer cells, NK cells, that patrol your body around the clock, identifying and destroying abnormal cells. Think of them as security guards who never sleep. When they find a microscopic cancer, they eliminate it. This happens thousands of times throughout your life without you ever knowing. When these guards are sharp and active, you're protected. When they're sluggish, depleted, or suppressed, cancer gets a free pass. Defense System 2, inflammation control. Inflammation is healthy when you cut your finger. It's a healing mechanism, but chronic, low-grade inflammation, the karmic sitir atir ke Torah, what salt son sedenchim, the kind most people walk around with every single day. Sekir sankir, like an korsetihai an say, is like a gasoline leak inside your body. And microscopic cancers carry a lit match. When inflammation runs unchecked, it signals cells to divide faster, ignore stop signals, grow. Studies consistently show people with chronic inflammatory conditions develop cancer at dramatically higher rates. Not because of the condition, because it is a cancer because of the environment it creates. Defense System 3, angiogenesis control. Every cancer cell needs oxygen and nutrients to survive. A microscopic tumor, senensorean senenin puritrien alachisinekin or turchabertinachin, smaller than the tip of a ballpoint pen, can a free and she or war na sodwan anainchi cannot get those on its own. It physically hits a size limit. It's trapped. Harmless, but if that cancer convinces your body to grow blood vessels toward it, na aker mar and kur min sa, everything changes. Once blood vessels reach a tumor, it can grow 16,000 times larger in 2 weeks. That's the difference between a harmless speck and a stage 3 diagnosis. Your body has the power to deny that request, to say no. The 5 foods I'm about to show you activate all 3 of these systems. Samelwercheren. Nentader sedender ger adikir darkisjurstredusjanurza. Food 1, green tea. Green tea contains compounds called catechins, specifically one called EGCG, epigallocatechin galat. I've studied this compound in the lab for years. The human data is remarkable. Here's what EGCG does to your body. 1. It crushes inflammation. UC Berkeley researchers measured inflammatory markers before and after 8 weeks of daily green tea. C-reactive protein, interleukin-6, tumor necrosis factor alpha, all dropped 30 to 50%. That is pharmaceutical level reduction from a beverage. 2. It supercharges natural killer cells. A Brigham Young University study gave older adults 3 cups of green tea daily for 3 months. Natural killer cell function increased by 47%. nearly 50% better at hunting and destroying cancer cells. 3. It cuts off blood supply to tumors. Anti-angiogenic. A Japanese study tracking over 8,000 people for 10 years found that people who drank 5 or more cups daily had 40% lower colon cancer rates, 30% lower stomach cancer, 50% lower esophageal cancer. Why digestive cancers especially? Because as you sip, tea physically touches every surface of your GI tract. You are painting your digestive system with a protective coating. The dose, 2 to 3 cups daily. Every day. The method, never boiling water. It destroys the catechins. Heat to 175°F or boil, then let sit 3 minutes. Steep for 5 minutes. Dunk the bag repeatedly. Want maximum effect? Matcha. 1 cup of matcha delivers the catechin content of 10 cups of regular green tea. 1 teaspoon, whisked into hot water once daily. Food 2. Broccoli and broccoli sprouts. Broccoli contains sulfur compounds called sulforaphane. Sulfur and that sharp smell when you cook it. That smell is medicine. Sulforaphane activates a genetic pathway called NRF2 that turns your cells into antioxidant factories. Instead of taking antioxidants from food, your own cells begin producing them. Far more potent. It's also powerfully anti-inflammatory and directly anti-angiogenic. Most people don't know this. The stalk contains twice the sulforaphane of the florets. Most people throw it away. Stop doing that. The dose, 1 cup of chopped broccoli daily, including the stalk. But now, broccoli sprouts. 3-day-old broccoli seedlings. They look like alfalfa sprouts, and they contain 100 times more sulforaphane than mature broccoli. A Johns Hopkins study gave high-risk cancer patients just 2 ounces of sprouts daily. After 90 days, cancer biomarkers in blood and urine dropped by 60%, and 200 cancer-fighting genes were upregulated. 200 genes switched on by eating sprouts. You can grow them at home in a mason jar. 2 tablespoons of seeds, overnight soak, rinse twice a day, 3 days. Cost, almost nothing. Effect, clinical grade cancer protection. Food 3, papaya. That deep orange color comes from a compound called beta-cryptoxanthin, and it has a specific biological behavior that makes it extraordinary. It concentrates in lung tissue. Harvard tracked over 70,000 women for 18 years. Women with the highest beta-cryptoxanthin intake had 31% lower lung cancer risk. Even accounting for women who had previously smoked. The protective effect was independent of smoking history. How? After digestion, beta-cryptoxanthin enters your bloodstream and preferentially accumulates in lung tissue, reducing inflammation and blocking the angiogenic signals tumors need to grow. One more thing, don't be afraid of fruit sugar. The idea that fruit feeds cancer is a dangerous oversimplification. Yes, cancer uses glucose. So does your brain, your heart, every living cell you have. The real culprit is excess insulin from refined carbohydrates. Fruit comes packaged with fiber that prevents the insulin spikes that actually create a pro-cancer environment. Study after study shows whole fruit eaters have lower cancer rates. Eat the papaya. The dose, 1 cup fresh daily, or 112 cups frozen. Food. 4. Purple potatoes. Cut one open, the flesh is deep violet. That color is anthocyanins, the same compound family that makes blueberries blue. Penn State researchers compared animals given purple potato extract to those given regular white potato extract. Tumors in the purple potato group grew 65% slower. Then Ohio State researchers went deeper. They exposed colon cancer stem cells to purple potato extract. Why stem cells matter? When someone undergoes chemo or surgery, the bulk of the tumor is removed. But inside most tumors is a small population of stem cells, the seeds. You can destroy everything visible, and if those seeds survive, the cancer grows back. That's why cancers return years after someone was declared cancer-free. Purple potato anthocyanins selectively killed colon cancer stem cells while leaving normal healthy cells untouched. Selective toxicity, exactly what we want from cancer therapy. Pro tip, cook your purple potatoes, then refrigerate them completely before eating. This converts the starch to resistant starch, lower blood sugar impact, and it feeds your beneficial gut bacteria, which produce anti-inflammatory compounds. One food, multiple compounding benefits. The dose, 1 medium purple potato or 1 cup diced, several times per week. Food 5, pomegranate. Pomegranate contains compounds called allagitannins that travel to your colon, where gut bacteria convert them into urolithins, the biologically active agents. UCLA researchers gave men with rising PSA levels, which typically signals cancer recurrence, 8 ounces of pomegranate juice daily. Before starting, average PSA doubling time was 15 months. After, it extended to 54 months. The cancer was still there, but its growth rate had slowed by more than 3x. Some men held stable PSA for years on pomegranate juice alone. But there's a second mechanism that may matter even more. Allagitannins feed a gut bacteria called Akkermansia muciniphila. This organism lives in your intestinal mucus and communicates directly with your immune system. In cancer immunotherapy patients, researchers found a striking pattern. Every patient whose immune system successfully attacked their cancer had high Akkermansia levels. Non-responders were deficient. When researchers transferred Akkermansia from responders to non-responders, those patients began responding to treatment. One species of gut bacteria. The difference between treatment working or failing. Pomegranate is one of the most potent ways to grow your Akkermansia population. The dose, 8 ounces of 100% pomegranate juice daily. If too tart, dilute with 4 Oz water, or eat the seeds straight. Extraordinary on salads, in yogurt, by the handful. Here's how this actually fits into a real day. Morning, 2 cups of green tea with breakfast. 175-degree, 5-minute steep. Mid-morning, 1 cup of papaya. Add nuts for protein to further slow sugar absorption. Lunch, half a cup of broccoli sprouts on your sandwich or salad. Or 1 cup of steamed broccoli as a side. Use the stalk. Afternoon, 3rd cup of green tea. Therapeutic dose hit. Dinner, purple potatoes in rotation. Baked, roasted, or blended into soup. Refrigerate, reheat gently. Before bed, 8 Oz pomegranate juice. While you sleep, your gut bacteria will process those allagitannins all night, feeding your Akkermansia, strengthening your immune signaling. Total weekly cost, 25 to 35s. 3 rules that determine whether this works. Consistency over intensity. Eating these once does nothing. Daily, week after week, month after month. That's when your immune function shifts, your inflammatory markers drop, your Akkermansia population rebuilds. This is a lifestyle, not a supplement. Frozen is fine. Frozen papaya, frozen broccoli, frozen pomegranate arils, often frozen at peak ripeness, better preserved than fresh produce that's been in transit for a week. Tell your oncologist. If you're in active treatment, these foods don't interfere with standard protocols. Research suggests they enhance immunotherapy response. But your medical team needs to know everything. If you're watching this because you've been diagnosed, or because someone you love has been, I want you to this game. In a storm. I want to speak directly to you. You're scared. That makes complete sense. Cancer is terrifying, but fear that leads to paralysis is the real threat. Here's what I want you to hold on to. You have more control than you think. You can't undo the past. You can't wish away an existing tumor, but you can control what you put in your body starting at your very next meal. And that choice has measurable, documented biological consequences. Every cup of green tea is activating your immune surveillance. Every broccoli sprout is blocking the blood supply microscopic tumors need. Every glass of pomegranate juice is feeding the bacteria that decides whether your immune system fights back. Your cabbage sikhem, Carl si china curie, one and orchard and stands down. A Harvard study tracking over 50,000 men for 20 years found that men who consume the highest amounts of these foods, cruciferous vegetables, tea, carotenoid-rich fruits, had 50% lower overall cancer mortality than men who consume the lowest amounts. 50%. Not a marginal effect. Half. Green tea, broccoli sprouts, papaya, purple potatoes, pomegranate. Every item on that list is available at a regular grocery store. You can start this week. If this video helped you, share it with someone who needs it right now. A parent, a spouse, a friend who just got a diagnosis. The algorithm won't find them, but you can. Subscribe. New research-backed videos every week. And next time, the foods hiding in plain sight that are actively feeding cancer growth. Some of them will genuinely surprise you. I'll see you there.